Just 2 gigantic cannons. That would be sick. The reason for this is that I get asked all the time, what would your Kamen Rider be, Hawk? If you could make a Kamen Rider out of anything, what would it be? And I just have to point out that I am not that creative originally. I'm what you call a middle person. I can, if you give me a start and an end point, I can fill in the middle, color in the middle all you want. But the ends are what's hard for me. I took a little bit of time to come up with this, so I hope you guys don't mind. But I have I commissioned some stuff. I have a story and everything that we'll go through. And if you guys want to draw anything I talk about, feel free to do it. Don't forget to tag me in stuff so I can share it, because I'd love to see what else could come of this. And those of you that came here were like, man, Hawk's gonna make this super funny and this is gonna be a good joke. It's not. I legitimately tried with this. So let me introduce to you my official OC Kamen Rider LinkX. Big Digimon fan. And everyone's always like, man, Digimon Frontier is like Digimon, but if it was Sentai. And I hate that. Because that is not what I come to Digimon for. So when I was thinking about this, I was like, man, what if I do that but Kamen Rider? So let me introduce you. This is Yamato, our main character. These are technically leaks. He has Digimon goggles. Those were completely for fun, but I threw it in there too because I liked it. He is Kamen Rider LinkX. The story behind this is, in this world of LinkX, there is this overarching evil corporation, as there is in all Kamen Rider stuff. And this corporation controls a game, digital pets. They call it Digitaru, which according to Google is digital in Japanese. So these Digitaru are in the D-ports, which are very popular, which everyone has. Big game. You basically wear it on your wrist. You go around. You have these little beep, 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 beep. And you fist bump it and you battle with people. You know the one kid in the world who doesn't have a D-port? Yamato doesn't have a D-port, not because he can't afford it or anything. His parents can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. Yamato doesn't have a D-port because a year ago, his brother was developing the D-ports for this corporation. He worked for them and mysteriously disappeared. He has basically abstained from it. Swears he will never have one, hates this game, hates that it's hugely popular throughout the world, because he'd rather just have his brother. Brother is Evil Rider Secondary. Hold on, you're getting ahead. This evil corporation developed this game. As soon as his brother went missing, boom, this game goes out. This game spreads like wildfire. Yamato's birthday comes around, or is delivered a D-port from his brother for his birthday. And this D-port is the first one Yamato's ever touched, and he decides to turn it on because it was his brother's wish. And in that D-port is Aki, Yamato's Digitaru. And this is our little guy that hangs out in the D-port, and he can battle with people. Yamato, not very happy about it at first, but they learn to get along, specifically because Yamato then goes into his brother's room and finds the cross driver. Everyone in the world has a D-port at this point. One person has a cross driver, and using the D-port and the cross driver. And the way I have this envisioned, this is the henshin I have in my mind, is he pulls the thing, and as that's spinning and glowing, throws his hand up, comes down, and punches the side of it. Basically, this arrow ends up above here. Aki shoots from the D-port into the cross driver, and they combine to become Kamen Rider LinkX, a 2-in-1 rider for a new generation. Don't worry, Aki's fine. Aki is fine. He's holding the swords right there. Aki's in the belt, but they are combining their powers. As you can see, all around is like the red and blue from Aki. Arrows on the mask, which are a big theme for this season. Looks like a combo between Zenkaiser, Build, and Forze. Badass. I love that it looks like Zenkaiser. Zenkaiser is like one of my favorite suits. This is the base suit. It will get wild, don't worry. But I don't know. I don't have that idea in my mind. The only way I would imagine it, upgrades, is like almost Digimon style of like Aki evolves, and then when you henshin with an evolved Aki, then you get your super form and that kind of stuff. How many collectible toys are in the gimmick? I feel like the collectible gimmicks will be through the D ports, and they'll be like cosmetics and stuff, or they'll be digital collectibles because that's cheap for Toei. And then the cross driver will reflect that, if that makes sense. I love him. I put Aki in the driver right there. The idea for the brother that I had was that he basically also sent one of these to his coworker, or like his mentor that he was working with. But the D port was empty and it wouldn't take any other cards. And so he didn't really know what was happening with it. And then the evil corporation gets the card that the brother used. And the card that the brother used is more based on, like this is obviously Grasshopper, so Kamen Rider. The card that the brother used is based on Godzilla, or like a dragon like that. And because they had to hard reset the Dejitaru, then it's like almost berserk. So when he uses it, he doesn't remember, goes berserk. Lynx has to help him out, finds out that that was his brother's Dejitaru because this is like the family friend and the brother sent that to him. So he has to save him that way. And the Dejitaru for like the other one remembers the brother. So the brother definitely dead, by the way. Definitely dead. The brother's Dejitaru remembers him. So that's kind of all Yamato has left of his brother. And then I have another idea for a girl rider who would technically be the secondary rider, but she would be Kamen Rider Loose, and she would be based on like an Ultraman, like a light being. I don't have like stuff for that, pictures or anything for that. I just commissioned these from these fantastic people, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just get this out of my head and get this out there and let everybody else run with it. So 100% like Hero and Baymax Big Hero 6. Digimon, Big Hero 6, and Clock Stoppers are all what this idea is, guys. I do know that I want the like standby to go like, Toei owns the sound effect, and it's the only way I know it because it was used in Kamen Rider J's ending song. I want some form of that as the standby. I have an idea for the forgot the name of the like Berserker Godzilla rider, but it was like the Japanese name for Sin. But I had an idea for that pose, and it was like this. He basically goes, "Henshin," just like that. I think that would be super sick. Sumi, is that the name? Sumi is dope because like it's almost like Tsunami. I think the bad guy in my mind, like the big bad, this flipped opposite. So it's like a driver that makes the Dejitaru take over instead of being like harmonious with it, if that makes sense. An evil Dejitaru with a trapped person, and that would be like the CEO of this company. The secondary would be Kamen Rider Loose, who would be based on like an Ultraman-esque being of light, and that would be a girl rider. She would basically be a scientist at the evil corporation. And then Kamen Rider Sumi, the family friend who goes berserk because his Dejitaru gets hard reset by this company, and the company uses him when they need to. They basically open up a cage and let him loose. It's open to you guys. If you guys want to do art, songs, whatever, it's all open to you guys. Tag me in and I will share it. I just had this idea and I was like, this would be what I think. I'm proud of this being my OC rider. I have an idea of the forms being more monsters that fuse together and then they evolve. I had an idea of somebody, like a later on general or bad, having like 3D ports on a spinner, basically. Like almost like Joe the World, where he has like the 3 different forms, but he's that, but like an evil rider. Kamen Rider Loose have the same driver or a different one. I like the idea of like the main team having the same driver. These were all drawn by Phelps, did all the pixel art and the design concepts with Zenkai Violet, who did all this beautiful art of everybody, and then Gayali did the logo. Are you gonna give him magnet form from Forza? Just 2 gigantic cannons? That would be sick.